twin streamer with a heart of steel, but it's fate that makes your senses real. You take a trip to the stars. The sizzle of the grill, it heals your battle scars. A love affair between man and meat. Your passion for steak can't be beat you, yeah. Oh yeah. You will be, you're a meat lover through and through. You crave that sizzling flavor. It's true. With your hair and your beard so wild, you're the steak-loving heartthrob of the twin stream. You're a steak-loving heartthrob of the twin stream. Sitting there waiting, twiddling my thumbs. Stream should have started by now. It's nearly one. I've been catching his shows since back in '93. But these delays got me wondering, where could that you be? I got the blues rock pumping through my veins. The truth is taking his time, it's driving me insane. I need that riffing and those soulful lips. But these delays got me wondering, what's causing you these tricks? You may want your piece, not your stream. I've been waiting here, it's like a bad dream. Oh, you be. Don't make me beg, just strum that guitar and ease my aching head. In the land of Twitch, where the rockers roam, we're the rebels of the Cyberdome. With keyboards clacking 10 bits flying, time to engage. We're a squad of misfits, united in front. In the land of Twitch, our victory's won. Rockers, rise up and let's cause a scene. In this chat room we reign supreme. With laughter and chaos we'll light the night. You be stream and we riot tonight. Hell yeah, we riot tonight. So let's raise our remotes and toast to the night. With you and the rockers, we'll take flight. In this digital realm, we'll forever roam as the mayhem makers of the Cyberdome. Well, you be with your epic beat so fine, and your hair flowing down like a waterfall divine. You're a Twitch streamer with a heart of steel, but it's fate that makes your senses real. Yeah. Yeah. With each bite you take a trip to the stars. The sizzle of the grill, it heals your battle scars. A love affair between man and meat. Your passion for steak can't be beat you, yeah. Oh yeah. You will be, you're a meat lover through and through. You crave that sizzling flavor, it's true. With your hair and your beard so wild, you're the steak-loving heartthrob of the Twitch stream. You're a steak-loving heartthrob of the Twitch stream. When the moon rises high and bright, you wield your fork like a knight in Midi fight. The grill becomes your battlefield, flames ablaze. And the steak, oh the steak, it's your trophy, your praise. Ooh yeah. You'll be, you're a meat lover through and through. You crave that sizzling flavor, it's true. With your hair and your beard so wild, you're the steak-loving heartthrob of the Twitch stream.
The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17. It is rated TV MA LSV and contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I like steak.
Goblin. I'm so smart, 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 I'm so smart. Ha 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 ha.
jokes and songs of bomb. Tired, kinda like milk that's expired. Vanilla thunder from the plains of Texas. Vanilla thunder is Connie Rexus. Vanilla thunder, king catastrophe. That's just who he is. Our boy Ubi.
That's me, your boy Ubi. It is Tuesday night. Let's get that off there. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a good evening tonight. We are going to talk about software Midi. That's right, software Midi. If you happen to be like me and don't have a MIDI controller, sometimes you do want to control stuff with some MIDI, and it is still possible. So, let's get some shout-outs. Brandy was in here first. Good to see you, my love. Trey, good to see you as well. We got the Muffin Man, Johnny 3 Bar. Who else we got in there? Steve Gunner as well. Good to see you. Good to see your brother. I don't remember eating that. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Who else we have in here? I know we have a couple more. Tom F., how you doing? Dwight Bailey, good to see you. Brant sneaking in here as well. Hopefully you got some of that, all that corn syrup off your face. Malachi, how you doing? Jeremy's here as well. Good to see you. And all sorts of chats. It'll take me a little while to scroll through it just to make sure I don't miss anybody in there. That looks like everybody. Good deal. I have not changed my desk setup. I moved the video. I moved the I moved my camera on the Tech Talk nights because it's a tighter end shot. And then I have it in another spot up here on a playing night because then that actually picks up the guitar better and those sort of things. So it looks a little different, but the setup is the same. Now, if you're talking about have I changed my stream setup, my overlay setup, yes, that has changed dramatically. I did a complete rearrangement of the stream overlay about 2 weeks ago, I think, something like that. I don't know. I've slept since then. Anyways, software MIDI. What is software MIDI? Well, it's basically it's an app that sits on your phone that pretends to be a MIDI device, so it can send and receive MIDI data internally. But you don't need any cables. You don't need a physical device to plug into or anything like that. You can connect it to your DAW or your VST host. You make it run virtual instruments. You can even send it to things like your lights or OBS. If you've got everything set up properly for that. Basically, it's kind of just like the same thing as like the virtual cables that I use for audio. It's similar to that. It's just like a virtual cable for MIDI. That's all it really is. And it acts just like any other MIDI device. Anything that can send to or receive MIDI just sees it like any other physical device that's out there. So it acts just like, like a physical, like a MIDI foot switch or a keyboard or a pad or anything like that. So on Windows, which is where I'm primarily at, I use a program called Loop MIDI. It is a free program. Let me get mine brought up here so you guys can see what it looks like. I'll switch to that view. So it's this one right here. You can see it dancing all over the screen. And get that off the screen there. So yeah, what you see there is that's really all there is to it. These things are really, really kind of black boxed. There's not a lot of setup to it. You can go in here and create as many ports as you want. You can name them whatever you want. Like we can make a new port here called I don't know, foobar, and just hit plus, and now I've got a new MIDI device that's on my system called foobar. And anything that can see MIDI will see that. Just like it was another device. Like, for example, if I fire up Element, which is what I primarily use it for, which will take it a few moments. I didn't think my cunning plan through of having everything all on the screen and prepped up. But we'll let that load up, and then I'll show you that, indeed, it shows up as a MIDI device. My internet is also having a little bit of an issue, so if you get any sort of buffering, it's probably my internet. So there we go. Loop Midi is up. So if we go into the preferences and go into the Midi section, you'll see here, foobar. Literally says it right there on screen. It may be hard to see because it may be a little bit small, but so I could turn that on, and that would be an active input if I had anything going to or from that particular port. So you may ask yourself, why would you care about something like that? Well, that's a good question. In my case, I use, let me switch over to a different screen. So I use Touch Portal to control, this is my stream controls. And these are my controls for my guitar. Kind of difficult to see on the screen there. I'm very well aware of that. But the reason why it's something that's important for me is because on the guitar setup, I send MIDI commands to control what's happening inside of Element. So, for example, if I'm just going to get rid of foobar. So you see here, Loop Midi port currently says, you don't see that because I don't have it up on the screen, but let's move it to where you can see it on the screen. So the Loop Midi port currently says it has 1,909 total data that's gone through it since I've started it.
Shredding tip $10. I try to help when I can, brother. I appreciate what you do. You're one of the good ones.
I've got to figure out why in the world I have a an echo on that, but appreciate that, Shred. Really do appreciate that, Trey. I mean, what can I say, man? I appreciate it. So as I was saying here, on the Loop Midi port, it has a total of 1,909 data that's so far here. If I hit one of my buttons that controls Element on that, on this right here, so if I hit, say, the one that turns the reverb on, say all these things, I'm not totally sure this is working. And it's actually not actively working at the moment. Oh, and I know why. Because I changed that. Stop it. Restart it. There we go. Oh, that's right. Anytime I do a port change, I have to restart Loop Midi. So let's restart it. Often have to kill it and then restart it. Whenever you add a new port, it likes to be restarted, so I totally forgot about that particular aspect of it. It also, because I changed the ports, needs to restart my Touch Portal as well. Because Touch Portal also saw that new port in there, it confused it as well. So that is an important thing when working with anything digital, is usually when you make any large-scale changes, especially like a full port change or anything like that, a restart of the software usually is going to have to take effect. While this is restarting, we will talk about... Oh, yes. Hang on. I have a hum. There we go. We'll talk about the MIDI on Mac. Mac as well. Mac is actually a little bit easier in that it has an integrated piece. You don't need an additional piece of software like this. It uses an internal, what's called the IAC driver. It's the exact same thing as this. So you make a port just like this, and it works in your software the exact same way. All right, let's see if that fixed it. There we go. Okay, so you'll see right now there's 59 data in it. If I hit the button to tell it to turn the chorus on, it's jumped up to 64. What's happening is my Touch Portal just is sending a MIDI command, in this case a program change, the PC command, into Loop Midi, and you'll see that Loop Midi sees that data. Now the thing is, on the Element side, it receives the just a moment. I want to get a plug-in other MIDI monitor. There it is. So in Elements, it will receive the MIDI from that because I have it looking at that loop MIDI. So when I send a command, second. Oh, that's right. We also need to tell it to use the proper port here. Actually, I need to restart. Remember what I said? You need to restart all the software. I need to also restart Element because Element had was also still dealing with the previous port assignments. So let me load it back up. Right there. So see, I hit a button that changed. That hum it was absolutely an unplugged cable tray. I have my the cable for the guitar is not plugged in because I leave them unplugged because I've had actives in the past and you know how that'll kill a battery. And I had a high gain selected, so it was humming because it wasn't plugged in. So as you can see here, when I hit for example, just to turn on a different patch, it's receiving multiple program changes and controller changes and all sorts of things that I send across whenever I have it change that. When I turn on the chorus, it's just one. The reverb, same thing, those sort of things. Yeah, no, that 100%. I could hear it too, and I was trying to get to the point where I could to switch it onto a patch that wasn't high gain. So, but that's all software. There's no physical MIDI attached anywhere in here. I'm just pushing a button on another piece of software that talks to loop MIDI and sends a MIDI command into that. And what loop MIDI does is it takes any commands it receives, it just sends them right back out. So it's like a repeater. So it allows my other piece of software to act like a MIDI device. And like I said, there is also a switch back over to this one. There is also the same ability to do it under Mac as there is under Windows. It's just under Mac, it uses the IAC driver, which is a built-in for Mac OS. Basically, it's under that audio MIDI setup. You just have to go in there and turn it on because it's by default it's offline. You just click that it's online, and at that point, you absolutely can use it the exact same way as I just showed here. So what could you do? Well, you could use, for example, if your DAW sends MIDI out to a synth, it could do. You could route it that way. If you, like I said, for like a touch program, you can set it up under. Like I said, I use Touch Portal, but you could also use it under something like a Stream Deck, those sort of things. They have the ability to send out MIDI commands and those sort of things. But the big thing is, like I said, it's black box. Either you go and install Loop MIDI, which is 100% free, or you go just turn it on in Mac, and suddenly it works. You have a MIDI device that anything that uses MIDI can connect to, and it can talk to it. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how software MIDI is set up, what it is, and what you might use it for. Now, you personally, would you use something like this? It really depends. I even had it set up so that I was controlling my Pocket Masters patches via Touch Portal using the software MIDI, because it would send a MIDI command into the Pocket Master and allow me to change the settings on it. So you may find some niche in there for a reason why you might particularly want it. So there you go. Any questions about MIDI, software MIDI, or any other digital audio stuff? We're going to throw the floor open for the next 6-7 minutes. Hang out and just kind of talk about stuff until Ted's Live starts. So, Chris, basically just think of it. MIDI in general is just signals. It's a set of particular type of signals. Program change, control change, and notes. Those are the three things that MIDI is. Now, a physical MIDI device, they don't care when they're talking to each other. MIDI itself is just like a language, is all it is, and it's a super basic language. You don't transmit who is sending the MIDI. You just, from one end of the cable to the other, that signal goes, and it's the responsibility of the one receiving it on the other end to know what channel 1, program change 1, value 1 means. You want to get a MIDI controller for your amplitude but have no experience with them. Any advice or suggestions on the controller? Okay, yeah. There is one I'm personally targeting. Let me find it real quick. It's going to depend on whether you are the kind of person who has a problem with Behringer or not. The one I am going to use is there. That's the one I plan on using with my system when I can afford to get one. And then with that, what you will need is, it is that one. You can search for that, Trey. What this one will need is it does need a MIDI. Either you'll need an interface that does MIDI, or something you can plug MIDI into. So, for example, the Focusrite that I have does not have a MIDI interface. So what I will need is a USB MIDI interface to plug into, or a different interface. Like, for example, the IK Multimedia, whatever it is, the iRig Duo, something Pro like that. Like that has an actual MIDI where you can plug an actual MIDI device straight into it. But if you don't have something like that, there are plenty of cheap USB MIDI to USB. So the 2i2 might have MIDI. I know that the Solo does not. So, but the 2i2 might well have MIDI. So to make it, all you have to do really is plug the cable in, and then you will. It talks already. Like I said, there's no settings you'll need to set up in your interface. It'll just, whatever needs to talk to a MIDI, you'll just like set it for that. Like in your DAW, if you're using it in a DAW or something like that, just select that to it. So that's all you have to do as far as that's concerned. You don't have to do any actual programming. So, yeah. So as far as getting it to work, it is 100% plug and play. You just literally plug in the MIDI connection in, and it'll show up in your system as a MIDI device. Now, there may be some programming you might have to do with it, but that has nothing to do with the actual MIDI itself. What you'll need to do, like in specifically for amplitude, is you will go into like if you want to use it to control like a wah pedal, you would want to go into the wah pedal and go to the actual pedal part of the wah and tell it to learn, and from there you step on one of the expression pedals, and then amplitude will go, okay, so whenever you step on that pedal, you want to control this section of the wah, and so that'll automatically map all that for you. The same thing on the other, like if you want it to, for a foot switch or whatever, you can go to another pedal. Like if you want to use the number 1 on there to turn your drive on or off, go to drive, right click on the stomp on the drive and tell it to learn, and then stomp on the pedal you want, and it'll learn that pedal on your MIDI equates to that stomp pedal on the virtual pedal in amplitude. That's how Amplitude works. Anything that has learn is the best, because you literally just go in there, you tell the particular control you want that you're to turn on learn mode, and then you hit whatever you want in your MIDI, and it just automatically does it all. Sadly enough, Jeremy, that's actually very normal. From very normal stuff to see from back in the Twitch days. It would happen constantly. So, all right, I got about 2 minutes or so. Any other questions? Hit the like button also while you're there, please. It'll help us out. For sure, Trey. Absolutely be happy to help you with it. Yeah, that find the time is the big deal for everything, Chris. All right. Well, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Link to Ted's live stream is up in the pinned message. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. If you do have any questions or anything I may be able to help you out with, theubi@gmail.com. Just email me. I'm happy to give you as much time as needed to answer any questions you might have. Steve, I've actually gotten it to work in the standalone amp as a program change. You have to actually set the app, or you have to go turn one particular setting on in the app to make that work. I've had with the touch portal that I set up here, I used only program changes. Didn't use any control changes. But all right, we're going to wrap it up there. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. And, yeah, we will see each and every one of you over at Ted's live stream. Click on it, get over there, and we'll talk to each other soon.